You too. What's up, man? It's your boy DM Era, and here I am again back with another deck profile. This time it's my new updated Dark Magician deck profile for the October, actually going to November, 2019 format. Um, it's been a while since I updated Dark Magician deck profile for you guys. I've been testing this one for a while. I've been trying different ratios, so you guys just please forgive me on my delay, but I finally got it together. Also, too, I'm using a mic this time because for some reason the audio on my computer is really shitty, and I'm trying to give you guys a nice, clear, crisp audio where you can actually hear the cards I'm talking about. I've had plenty of you guys say, "Hey, what was that card?" or "I didn't hear it," or "Could you list it down?" And that's my fault. So I apologize in advance. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. I hope you guys like it. With this deck, I know the new support's coming out, Magical Hero, in January, so I kind of been waiting for that set to drop before I come out with another Dark Edition deck profile. But I figured, what the hell, why wait? Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's just see what kind of text we got in this one. So, yeah. So going to the main deck, starting with the monsters, we run, of course, the three, OG himself, Dark Magician. I love this artwork better. This is my favorite artwork, so I brought it back down to this one. So, yeah, just 3 copies. You need him in the deck to make the deck work. Next, I run 2 copies of Apprentice Illusion. She's your honest of the Dark Magician deck, and she searches Dark Magician. But not only does she buff up Dark Magician, she buffs up any other Dark Spellcaster monster on your side of the field. So just keep that in mind, guys. Just 2 of those for her. Also running some Tenyi support. I'm running the Tenyi Vashuda. It's a Dark level 7 free special summon, and you can either banish it from the graveyard or from your hand to bounce back your opponent's monster that declares an attack or anything like that. So I like this pretty good. Plus, it's an easy way to go into Eban Illusion. So a level 7 to 2 Tenyi support. Also running just two rods this time. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, go 3, go 3, go 3." Sometimes you don't really want to see it. You can brick with it, so I just did 2, and it seems to work out pretty well. So yeah, so we'll do 2. Also on the one ofs, I run 1 Witchcrafter Golem Aruru. She is like a third copy of a shooter. She bounces back your opponent's monster tries to attack, and then she comes back on your standby phase, and you can use it again the same turn. 28 beat stick. She's bounce back all your opponent's monsters or problematic monsters. Yeah, she's pretty good for that. And I don't think she targets. Let me double check. Let me see. Oh yeah, she does target. She does target, but either way, she still bounces back your opponent's monster. So I like that in Dark Magician. Also, 2 Gravekeeper Shaman, 1 copy of that. I don't really see a lot of people playing it, but this card is broken because, like I said, it's just you could turbo it out with navigation, or you could bring it out just normal summon it. It's a level 6. Keep that in mind too. Dark monster. It's a pretty much 1 card Abyss Dweller for the whole entire field. So people are like, "Oh man, it's bad because you can't recycle your rod." Well, 9 times out of 10, you don't need to recycle your rod. This is more important on the defensive side versus trying to save it for yourself. So keep that in mind. Yeah, but Gravekeeper Shaman, broken in this deck. I can always keep 1 copy of her. And then I got the 1 Blue Boy for the Blue Boy engine. 1 Kaiku as well. To stop moving cards out of the graveyard. It stops Called by the Grave on your side of the field too as well. Keep that in mind. It stops Orcus from banishing their machine monsters to get additional effects. It's just a really great card for that. And every time it does inflict damage, you get to banish 2 monsters out of your opponent's graveyard. So, yeah. But the main thing is it stops Called by the Grave, so your opponent can banish off your Dark Magician if you try to revive back Returnal Soul. And that's it for the monsters. So going to the spells, I run 2 copies of Dark Magic Circle. Again, like I said, all you really need is 2. 3 is kind of bricky. You can search it out too, so all you need is 2. You don't really want to see that many. I run 2 copies of Dark Magic Veil. For the longest time, I wasn't a fan of Dark Magic Veil, but until I started play testing it. It's a 3rd Monster Reborn for the deck. You can revive Gravekeeper Shaman. You can revive Dark Magician, Apprentice, Illusion, any other dark spellcasters in your graveyard, you can revive back with this card, or you can special them from hand. So you can also, if you open up one too many Dark Magicians, you could special summon one of them from your hand for free to start setting up your board. So just keep that in mind. So if you have a shooter and Dark Magician, you can special summon a shooter, bring Dark Magician out with Veil, and then make Ebon Illusion, or you can make Ebon High. So that's something else too you can make. That way on your second turn, on your opponent's turn, you can activate your Eternal Soul and your Circle from your hand for free. So yeah, that's that. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, 2 copies of Call By, stop hand traps, and it's a defensive card too, so that's good. I love this 2 copies of Instant Fusion. I love this card. Going into Millennium Eyes Restrict and Thousand Eyes, I love this play. So that's one of my favorite. I had to have that in there. This time I did some stuff. I added some back row removal because, like I said, it's a lot of back row decks. But just 2 Cosmic Cyclones. Just on the end phase, you can banish a certain card. You can get rid of Orcus Crescendo, Babel. You can get rid of the Salamangreat's traps when they set them. Before you make your play, you just banish them off the field. So that way you can go ahead and make your play smoothly. So 2 Cosmic Cyclones. Just the 1-ofs, Monster Born, a 3rd copy of Dark Magic Veil, if you want to say. It's really good for that. The Blue Boy engine, 1 Secrets, 1 Knowledge. That's all you need. 1 copy of Terraforming, and I'll explain why. But yeah, 1 copy of Terraforming. Dark Magic Inheritance. It's good. Like I said, search out any other card you need in your deck, your Dark Magician card. And then 1 card a lot of people are not really profound on, and that is Dark Magic Expanded. Yes, I know people are not feeling this card, but I like it. It's a quick play spell. It boosts your Dark Magician up by 1,000 attack, but it has multiple different other effects too. If you have at least 2 Dark Magicians in the field and on the graveyard, your opponent cannot activate card that affects in response to your spell and trap, so they can't ogre you if you have 2 of them in hand. And then if you have all 3 Dark Magicians on the field and in the graveyard, all dark spellcasting monsters control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects in this turn. So you can flip this up turn 1 or whatever, or on your opponent's turn when you have a lot of them and a lot of Dark Magicians on the field and in the graveyard, and pretty much all your dark spellcasting monsters are unaffected by everything. So and even Super Poly, they're unaffected by that too. So let's keep that in mind as well. Of course, we got the 1 Illusion Magic. Got that play. And then I threw in the 1 Secret Village. I threw in Secret Village because Super Poly is everywhere, especially in hero decks. And this is the only way you can stop Super Poly. If you open this up turn 1 with a Spellcaster monster or whatever, your opponent can't Super Poly you. So if they open up 1 too many of them, it stops Super Poly from the get, unless they have a Spellcaster. But they can't activate Super Poly on your field. And of course, Super Poly, 1 of them in my deck. I just threw 1 in the deck. Like I said, not that many, but just threw 1 in the deck. That's all. I don't want to see too many of them. And that's it for the spells. So going into the traps, we run 2 copies of Eternal Soul. That's all we need is 2. We don't need 3. We just need 2. It helps with consistency so that you don't see them too many times. The 1 Navigation, always believe in 1 Navigation, because if you see 1 too many, that's a break. And Dark Magician is the king of breaks and knows how to break. But you got to break your deck down and ratios right. That's a break. Let's see, 2 copies of Impermanence. I like this card. I had other cards in it, but I was like, nah, forget. I see more negation. So I threw 2 copies of Impermanence in the deck, just kind of help it out with negations. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, and then 2 Fists of the Unrivaled Tingy, the counter traps with the Tingy. Because since Dark Magician is a normal monster, it works well with him. It's like a free judgment if you have Dark Magician without paying half life points. It stops spell and trap card activation, and it stops monster effects. So any of those cards that activate, it stops them, and if your opponent manages to pop it, you get to summon out Big Boy, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, an extra deck non-effect monster. So that's good for that. And then last but not least, Soul Drain. I know a lot of times Dark Magician lives off Skill Drain, but I feel like in this format, the graveyard is so, it's so problematic and it's so powerful. We need to focus more on the graveyard and the Banish Zone. So if everybody was to focus on how to stop the graveyard and the Banish Zone, i.e. Thunder Dragons, Orcus, Salamangreat, we could beat the meta quite easily. So Soul Drain is you pay 1,000 life points. Your opponent cannot activate cards and face activate in the graveyard, or actually nobody can activate in the graveyard or in the banish pile. So it stops Thunder Dragons, it stops Orcus, it stops Salamangreats, all those top big decks. It stops them. So yeah, I love Soul Drains. Konami, if you're watching, please bring Soul Drain back to 3 so we can stop the meta. Let's see, going into the extra deck. Okay, extra deck, this is what we roll into. So of course, I got the one Borosword, okay, for OTKs. One Monk of the Tingy for the Tingy plays in the deck. I run Beat Cop to protect Eternal Soul. We Witch Apprentice to buff up my Dark Magician by 500. Plus, if this gets popped, you get to add a Spellcaster monster, Dark Spellcaster monster from your graveyard to your hand. Run Ebon Illusion. Of course, we know that's good for Dark Magicians. Red Eyes Flare. And then going into the fusion, I run Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Vision Hero Trinity for Super Poly plays. Chimera Tag Mega Fleet Dragon for Cyber Dragons. Dark Cavalry, again against Hero, Super Poly him off. Dragon Knight, Dark Magician Dragon Knight. That's I wish we could turbo this guy out. This is one of my favorite other cards too. I love the Dragon Knight. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for the Tingy Trap activation. Millennium Eyes Restrict, instant fusion target. 1,000 Eyes Restrict, instant fusion target, and Starving Venom, another Super Poly target. So, yeah. So just so you know, that's my extra deck right there, and we'll go into it with the side deck. Go into the side deck. Of course, I run 3 copies of Nibiru. Okay, that helps you out. I run 1 Artifact Lancia. This could be something else, but I just threw the 1 in there. I threw an extra Secret Village just in case for like Sky Strikers or whatever. Sky Strikers still on the rise, even though they just won YCS London, which that shit blows me away, but hey, whatever. Also run 2 copies of Odd Eyes Fusion. The reason why I run this in the Odd Eyes Vortex is because going second, you can play this card if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. You play this, you get to fuse, make a fusion monster with a monster from your extra, Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck, and another fusion material from your hand. So if you get Dark Magician in your hand, you could play this and make Dragon Knight turn 1 on going second. So that's why I love that card. Also for the tech of Orcus, I run 3 copies of System Down. It shuts those decks down. Orcus, Sky Strikers, for the most part, it banishes all machine type monsters on the field and in the graveyard. Pay 1,000 life points. Card is crazy. I don't know why people aren't playing this card. I run the extra impermanence. If I need to run a 3rd one, and then I just run 2 evenly to round off the side deck. So that's the deck right there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, like I said, that's my Dark Magician deck I just made for right now. It's not the best one, but when Magical Hero comes out, I'm definitely getting that together for you guys as well. And even if we get that new Dragon Red Eyes card, I think it'll be a while before we get it. But when we do get that, I'm gonna definitely have a good pro out for you on that one. But with Magical Hero around the corner, you guys just hang on tight with me, and I'll have another updated Dark Magician deck profile for you guys. And with that being said, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, all 34 of my subscribers. Just stay on the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the deck, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.